Well, I've been employed by Inspecs as Business Development Director, and my first project is to work here at Algha Works and develop the acetate production and take the company forward. Inspecs bought Algha Works about 12 years ago and spent some time deciding how best to contribute to it. And it's only now really that we feel that it's an appropriate moment to actually take the company forward. Our goal is to make this a successful business which is contributing to the optical industry. But it doesn't need to be producing 1.5 million frames like it was at the peak of the National Health Service era. It needs to be producing a good quantity of frames, but to a high standard, and to a standard that people recognise and are prepared to pay for. Historically, Algha Works has only really produced its own collections. One of the things that will be changing is that the factory will be producing not only our own collections, which will be revised, which will be souped up, which will be gorgeous and everyone will want them, but we'll also be producing for other people as well. We're not looking to take over huge collections. We're not looking to do one-off frames, particularly for people either, although it's a service that we've traditionally offered and we want to maintain to a certain extent. What Algha will offer is smaller minimums, higher quality, and therefore bring in business that way. What's actually happening is we're investing in machinery which will allow us to industrialise parts of the process. So the parts that you don't really see on a frame and the parts that are less tangible and less visible. And then the bits that are most important, where you can see the frame and you can taste the difference between a really good handmade frame and a mass-produced frame, will still be done by hand. We want Algha to retain its integrity and its identity and to have a very real place in the stores who are very discerning about the frames that they carry. We'll be launching new collections at Silmo, which will be a completely new look at the way that people perceive Savile Row and the way that people perceive Algha. But again, maintaining a nod of respect to the heritage and the past of the frames that we've produced. So we'll be looking at the styling, we'll be looking at the manufacturing techniques, we'll be looking at little details in the frames which will just bring them forward a little bit without actually changing wholesale what we do.